The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised.
Why dost thou sit upon my grave and will dead lips to speak? Why dost thou weep upon my grave and will not let me sleep? My breast it is as cold as clay, my breath is earthly strong, and if you kiss my cold clay lips, your days they won't be long. How oft on yonder grave, sweetheart, where we were wont to walk, the fairest flower that e'er I saw has withered to a stalk. When will we meet again, sweetheart? When will we meet again? When the autumn leaves that fall from trees are green and spring up again. How oft on yonder grave, sweetheart, where we were wont to walk, the fairest flower that e'er I saw has withered to a stalk.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the spirit world. I am, of course, your boy Twitch. Tonight, we're doing something a little different. First, I'm not speaking to the spirits. I'm speaking to those who canceled my show. I did not take that kindly. And let me tell you, it's going to take more than that to silence me. So if you're listening, Pentex, as you can see, I can override your airwaves too. Now, as for our friends in Richmond, it seems they finally located the spirit that had gone on some sort of bender drinking alcohol. I guess to some that might be heaven, though I'm pretty sure he would not agree. It was a disturbing night for the individuals in question because one of them was taken over by the dark voice inside of them. And I know you say, well, how do spirits have dark voices? Trust me, we all have them. Some just speak louder than others. They also met with an individual representing, let's just say, powerful parties who have tasked them with the job of destroying a specific building inside of Richmond. Now, I'm not going to comment on the motivations of this powerful party, but I will say, preventing this group from knowing who your family is and who's important to you would be a good idea, now wouldn't it? My only question is, will they succeed? Will they be able to do what was asked of them? And will they be able to save their families and those who are important? I guess that is the real question. Now, because I'm stealing the airwaves tonight. It's going to be the end of the show here, but rest assured, we will talk at least one more time. It's your boy Twitch. Good night. Good evening and welcome to McStabber Studios' Wraith Life Derailed. I am the storyteller, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Tam, the roving DM, and I play Isaac Candy.
And I'm Relyn Dare, also known as Mama McStabber in Twitch chat, and I am playing Alexis Langley.
House, I play Noah Frost.
I'm Ravenya, and I play Margot Quinn.
I'm Urian, and I play Tark Tiernan.
And I'm Evie Eternal, and I play Aurora Walker.
And when we were last with the Circle of Wraiths, Aurora was busy becoming the masker for the guild, or for the Legion of Fate repeatedly, over and over and over. And she missed out on some of the deals that this group made, but in the intervening time, of course, she's been briefed as to what's going on. Because you've made a deal with a stripling, but not really with the stripling. It's really with the one who rules over it, to deal with some issues that I think the circle finds bothersome about people threatening those important to you. And this scene is going to pick up sometime later from that, after they've collected some money. They've been given an address in downtown Richmond. Now, you've looked nearby. Oddly enough, it's pretty hilarious. It's a ghost hunting group's office. Yep. Though you were told when you were passed on this information that that's what the front of the office is. Downstairs is another discussion. And I'm going to turn this over to the circle as they gather before their final raid here on the Pentex Orpheus, to teach them a lesson.
Still don't think this is a good idea. We don't know what they can do. We don't know how they can affect us. This seems real fucking sketch.
But we do know what they can do to your family and friends. I mean, did you not catch that, Aurora? Did you?
I know we gotta do it. I know. I just...
Can't let that info get back to main office.
Go in, wreck everything. As fast as
We have
we
a
can.
chance to do a lot of good here, despite the risk.
And as you're gathered here, Alexis actually walks in the room. She was the last one you're waiting on. And when she comes in, her form it's not fully tattered, but you can tell it's little wisps of corpus come off it in spots, and she's damaged in some way.
What the hell happened to you?
Oh, nothing. Visited the pardoners to make sure the cut in my head's nice and neutered.
Shit. Looks like it hurt.
A little bit, but I'll shrug it off eventually. We all good?
I think we have at least our tentative plan in place. I got something for everyone, and I pass out the earplugs. Don't want you getting caught in the crossfire.
They are soft and malleable, but they're definitely made from a material on your side.
Am I putting people in my ears?
If I can do it, I think you can do it. You know my hesitations with all this.
Does this mean we have to yell to hear each other, though?
No, I will signal I'm about to do something, like a hand gesture, put them in, then I will gesture, I've done what I need to do. I don't expect you to wear them the whole time. Just so when if I need to do something with my powers, you're not affected.
And is there a good hand gesture we can give back to you that signifies we got the signal from you?
Thumbs up, I think, works just fine.
Okay.
All right, then. I put mine in my pocket for now. Okay.
All right.
I've got some weapons. You're good, right, Aurora?
Yeah. I mean, if you got anything ranged, that's fine. But it doesn't have to be something big. And if I can armor everyone up.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
It might feel a little weird. Does anyone have any special requests for feeling like a badass?
Tactical.
Done. Anyone else?
Fancy bitch.
Okay, all right. I get to get a little creative. That's fine by me.
I mean, is this just aesthetic, or does this actually do anything?
This will help protect you. This gives you the ability to resist a lot of punishment that's going to be put on you. It doesn't do anything mentally. So if anyone attacks you there, I can't defend you that way, but
I don't need to look, like a sci-fi hero here, just effective. I mean, if I look like this but just armor, that's fine. I'm not looking for anything fancy here.
okay. That's fine by me. Less effort, but
And you make it look like my clothes.
That's what I mean.
yeah, I can make it look like your clothes.
Armored but don't look like it. I think that's probably the safest bet.
That was what I was trying to imply. So we're on the same page, Isaac.
All right, hold still. This will probably feel a little weird.
Can we do this one after we see our families?
Yeah. That's fine.
Right.
I don't
before
know. I didn't know if you planned on
Yeah.
appearing or talking to them or anything. So
Yeah.
I would like to see my wife before, just in case.
okay, yeah, that's fine.
And as you're prepping to go, someone walks in. I assume you were gathered in Tark's house like you always do.
Yeah.
Someone walks into Tark's house from your side.
I'm going to memory vault our conversation.
That's fine. Lawyer Barbie comes in, carrying, it's a box, maybe 2 foot by 2 foot, maybe 6 inches deep.
That bitch gets my hackles up. Maybe we should rip her apart after this. Get a little extra steam out, huh?
Fancy meeting
Don't you
you all
knock?
here.
Whistle,
Yeah,
something?
thanks for knocking. Come on in.
I've been sent to deliver a package from a mutual friend.
Mutual friend, huh? All right. What do you got?
And she lays the box on a table and flips it open. And inside, Alexis, you would definitely know what they are. It's a pair of Colt Anacondas with some sort of red crystal on the grip.
I reach into the box and grab them and inspect.
There's something off about them for sure. They're definitely not. They don't feel good in your hand in some ways. They feel corrupted, bit of entropy. And when you look down in the chambers, what's in there wiggles. Where the bullets would be, something is wiggling.
Oh, tell me what these do.
They call them maggot revolvers.
Elaborate, please.
It shoots something from the labyrinth at the target, who burrow into them, causing them to deal with excruciating pain until they dig them out.
Perfect.
Fuck, that is brutal.
And she looks and
That's really cool. Did you think of that yourself, Aurora? Like, keep up with that stuff. That's gross and exciting.
I know, right? Jesus.
And I look at it and say, how many shots does it have?
Each one can be shot 12 times. Till the crystal goes out.
Perfect.
Now, I'm sure you weren't aware of that we have a friend in common. But as you know...
Friend is a loose term.
And then she slips back into her accent. We gotta have all kinds of friends around here.
So it seems.
I
So
wish you
tell me,
good
was
luck.
the gang working for you or Daniels?
Oh, they were working for him. And let's just say we didn't want them to continue.
Well, it's not a problem.
Well, you solved my problem pretty easy. Because after this, I do believe he's going to take some of the blame for what's about to happen. Some evidence that might be found that point towards him, and he may not be Anacreon much longer.
Lucky for you.
Well, we both work our deals, and that is mine.
Indeed.
I wish you luck,
Thank you.
and if you survive it, look me up. I might have a use for you. Then she
Whatever
turns-
is for you.
She turns and just walks out, leaving this box with a pair of really creepy cult anacondas on the table.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, don't hold your breath, but really that phrase has no meaning here anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, am I the only one skilled with firearms? Anyone else?
Wasn't a fan of them in life, not really a fan of them now, hearing what they do.
I've got a little experience with a gun, yes.
You want one?
Very little here.
I'll carry one, and if it's needed, I'll use it. If not, I'll have a backup for you.
Perfect.
And Alexis did get some cult peacemakers that she'd picked up at the...
And I'll
At
hand
the
one of the
market as well.
peacemakers to Aurora. So she's got the peacemaker.
Damn.
It's funny, the
You know how
odds
to
of
use
finding
that?
these old guns is a lot, you've noticed, is a lot higher.
Do you know how to use one of those?
Yeah, a little. It's
Your
not.
confidence is really inspiring.
I look over at Aurora. I was told that one is 6 shots. You spend a bit of power on it, and you get your shots.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Hey, Aurora, and he's going to point to the end of the barrel and go, that points at the bad guys, not anybody else.
Dang, Isaac, thanks. I don't know if I could have figured that one out.
I've got an extra if you run out.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I'll put it to... I don't know if I can say good use in here, but use.
And all of this is going in my memory vault, storyteller.
Okay. Now remember, if you do that, you don't remember it either until you release it.
I
so.
know I have I have a little trigger for it.
Okay. She's
Again,
got the
one of the
mental
guns.
equivalent of a piece of string on her finger.
Yep. Okay, I'm good.
So, whose family are you going to go, is going to be seen first? There's the question.
Are we going as a group? Going in pairs? Going in threes? How are we?
I guess if we wanted to save some time, we could go in 2s or 3. And then just visit a couple people's houses that are close to each other.
I need to
Proximity.
go a ways out.
Same.
We'll
Nine.
map out. Okay. Sorry, go ahead, Alexis.
I have to head out and see my dad.
Well, I think you can make that one. If any of you need to go anywhere else, I can try and speed you on the way.
I need to
So
go
if
to
you can figure out a good route, we'll drop you around.
As proximity wise, is there a means of making sense for groups to go, storyteller?
I mean, it's not hard to work it out. You don't have a timeline anyway. So, I mean, it's on you when you hit the building. but I'm thinking in terms of the layouts we know, Margot's is downtown, would be near the studio where Nat is, and Nat spends a lot of nights. Wouldn't be far from where Claire is because she got an apartment downtown. We know Tarks is on the edge of town, but it's the opposite direction from where Alexis is going. Isaac, it's been enough time since the accident that Angela's not in the hospital anymore if you're going to see her. Now, your mother would be downtown Richmond. And that leaves Aurora's, who's also at the other end of town. So Aurora's kind of off on her own, Tark's on his own. And Noah and Margot are close. Alexis going to go see Buchanan.
No, I'm seeing her dad.
Her dad?
Buchanan's going to be after.
Right, but I'm talking, that's a part.
Buchanan's in the fan. He's right near downtown.
Right, so there's no real for you to do it like that, so.
That Alexis, she's got fucking weapons and shit, and she can knock people out. She's not scared to go by herself.
Margot, it seems our destinations are closest if we want to maybe pair up.
We can definitely do that. I also need to see Seamus, though.
Whatever you need to do. I mean, our timetables, we have a timetable, but it's loose.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think the best way to do this one is we're just going to go around the table and deal with each scene in sequence. That way, I don't want to split up and hop around a lot for this kind of a scene because it may be a bit emotional. So that means we get to start with Isaac.
Isaac is going to use Weather Eye and go to his mother because she's the farthest one.
Okay.
To see. And he's just going to look in from a window.
And she's not in a padded cell. She's actually just in a room where she sits catatonic most days, staring out the window, being taken care of by the nurses. And once again, when you come to see her, she's staring out the window into the Richmond night.
I'm going to stand right in front of the window where it would be like she's staring at me.
Okay.
Sorry, Mom. It's all my fault.
And her eyes slightly focus. It's that.
I'm responsible. What? I see your lips move, I assume.
Yeah, it's that.
And he's going to turn and walk away.
And she doesn't get up. She doesn't move any more than that. But for a brief instant, as you've been told, the mentally ill, a lot of times, can see across the shroud. And as you walk away, you actually, with your heightened ability to hear, catch a little bit of a word as she's muttering, "Where's Ami?"
And with that, he is going to move as quickly as he can away.
It doesn't take, you don't have the same slowness that those who are alive do as the quick. And you slip away rather quickly.
And he is going to go to Ami's grave and just sit outside of it.
And so you return to that same mausoleum area where you had met with the drone and had helped make a deal. And as you sit at this grave, you can feel it. It's important to you. It draws you towards it. You feel you could even rest a little while in it before you set out.
And I'm just going to sit there, put my hand towards it, and then pull it away, torturing myself with the thought of relief, and then seeing her name every time I put my hand up to it. And just can't do it.
And you haven't spoken to her since that night at the market. Which is hard.
I'm going to spend the next few hours just sitting there torturing myself.
Punishing yourself for past deeds. Or deeds that you had no control over. And now we're going to flash to Alexis.
She arrives at the library and walks in.
And when you walk in, your father is there. He's not meeting with anyone tonight for some reason. Many nights you come out here, he is meeting with someone, but not tonight.
I approach. Hey, Daddy.
Hey, Lexi. Didn't expect you tonight.
Do you ever expect me?
Well, I mean, not always, but any reason you're geared to hunt bear?
Yeah, hunting some bears, Daddy.
You're not going to get yourself in trouble, are you?
Oh, no.
Okay, I know what that means. You're going to get yourself in trouble. Just remember, you got a place here if you need to hide out.
I'll be fine, Daddy.
Okay.
I've got some stuff figured out.
Okay. What's that mean?
Got something I gotta do. And once I've done it, I think I can let go.
I'm not quite sure I like the sound of that, but I mean, And he just wraps you in a hug.
And I hug him. And I tell him, Oblivion isn't the real danger. We are.
Kind of right on that part of that, at least. I think both are a danger, but
I love you, Daddy.
love you too, Lexi, but I don't like the sound of this. This sounds awful final. Now, you know, if you go and get yourself killed, I'm going to kill you.
You'd have to catch me first, Daddy.
Look, it's not like it was before. I can run a long time now.
So can I. I'll be fine, Dad. I'll be fine.
Okay. I mean, you worry me, but you know where I am if you need help.
She leans in, gives him a kiss on the cheek.
And he kind of, there's a look on his face that there's a bit of dread, but there's also a bit of hope.
You'll be fine, Daddy. And I turn and walk away.
Okay. And now where does Alexis go?
She's going to peek in briefly on her son.
And school's been killing him. Not in a literal sense, of course, but it's a lot of study and a lot of work, working on his degree. And you come in as he's actually cramming. He's got to do some more placement tests.
And she just smiles. I love you, baby.
And he doesn't notice it all.
I'm not doing it across the shroud.
Though you do notice it. He does still keep a picture of the two of you. It's up on a shelf with all his medical books.
I'll protect you. And I turn and walk away.
Okay.
And then I head to Buchanan's.
So the last stop is Buchanan. And given the hour and the night, he's not asleep yet. It's not that late yet. He's up, still going over case files. Not the normal case files you would have expected.
What is he looking at?
He's actually looking at the Palmer paperwork. If you didn't know any better, it looks like he's trying to find ways to derail that current thing.
Clarify what you mean, storyteller, by derail?
To make sure that They keep chasing leads forever on how Palmer was killed.
Got you. I am going to do whispers first.
Okay. And for whispers, I'm going to pull that up here. Because I like to talk about what you're rolling here as soon as I can find them, because there's so many powers. Not that one.
It is charisma and embody.
Yes, but I was looking for the whole thing. Here it is. Whispers. So you whisper across the shroud, 1 pathos, charisma and embody. And how many successes?
That is 4 successes.
4 successes. So with 4 successes, you can get 4 sentences.
Only need 2.
Okay.
Take a break, Marty.
Now this is different, Lexi. Don't you normally come in my dreams?
I've got a surprise for you.
Okay. And he closes the file that he's got in front of him.
And now she is going to roll materialize.
Okay. Now you're going to use the big dog dare power.
Mm-hmm. That is 3 pathos, 3
Spend
corpus.
3 powers. You lose 3 corpus. You roll manipulation plus embody.
Mm-hmm.
And because the only living witness is one of your consorts, you get 1 hour per success.
That is 6 successes.
So, what Materialize does, I'm going to describe it. The Wraith has reconstructed their mortal body in almost perfect detail, briefly assuming a semblance of their former life. While materialized, even a medical test reveals you to be a living human. You can breathe, eat, sweat, cry, bleed, and die as any other human right now. So for 6 hours, you exist again, alive.
Surprise.
And he jumps like 2 feet back. No, you're dead.
I know.
If I reach out, am I going to put my hand through you?
Nope. Try it.
And he reaches out and he just pokes you in the shoulder and jerks his hand back like he got burnt. Okay, now I am doubting my sanity.
You're not insane. You're not insane. It's just a little trick I learned. It's only temporary.
Well, I mean, how temporary is temporary?
I probably have a few hours.
Okay. Okay, so...
I know how you felt. Deep down, I always knew.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Don't give me that. You were fooled.
I was fooled. How was I fooled?
You didn't know. Because you'd have left that shit bag years ago. You're not exactly
you silly
the type.
Fucking fool. I was waiting for you to make a move.
Well, I couldn't do that until you quit. I know the rules.
Well, I'm not there now.
Okay, this is it's making me, there's some concerns I'm having. I mean, technically, am I going to have to lock myself up?
No. And just think, afterwards you can just say, oh, it was just a nice dream.
But pokes you again? Okay. You're decidedly not a corpse.
No. For a little while, at least.
So afterwards,
I'll fade away.
Okay. And then he just kind of gets this puzzled look, and then he just grabs you in his arms. There's not going to be another one of you standing beside you in a minute, right?
No, I neutered that bitch.
Okay. Good.
And she kisses him.
Okay. And we will fade to black on this, where Alexis is spending a good 6 hours that she's alive. At least for 6 hours. We're not going to discuss the horrible damage to his psyche that does later. But for 6 hours, there's no damage at all. Now we flash to Noah. And you arrive in an apartment building. And
I just stand outside the door for a couple minutes, just a little bit afraid to pass through the threshold.
people come and go, but you're still standing there.
Margot, would you mind coming in with me?
But sure, if you want.
I'd appreciate a little company.
Okay, I'll be there.
And I'd pass through the door.
Okay.
Just
And
tell me when you want me to close my eyes.
the oddest thing is you can actually ride the elevator by walking through the door, provided the elevator's on the right floor. Otherwise, you plummet through it all. But you go up to the second floor. People come and go. It's very easy to hop a ride on the elevator. And when you get on the second floor, you find yourself right outside of an apartment that has no distinguishing marks compared to the rest, but no one knows whose apartment this is. You can actually smell food coming from under the door. I do believe Claire's cooking your favorite dish, Noah.
I'm not sure why this is so hard, Margot.
I get it. I originally that night I went to the studio. I was expecting to be alone, and Nat showed up, or Nat was there, and yeah, it was tough. I'm here for you.
I've seen her. I mean, since she's been here, it's just when there's potential for it to be the last time, you know.
Making it count.
Best I can. And I'll just kind of wave her through, and I'll walk in.
Okay. And when you come in, Claire's in the kitchen, cooking. Now, it's been at this point, she's probably about 2 months pregnant, not really showing. But she also seems to unconsciously want to keep rubbing her hand across her stomach anyway, as she's cooking. And she's wearing your Kiss the Chef apron.
I think it looks better on her than it did me. The apron, Margot.
It's kind of cute. Yeah.
Didn't want to make any assumptions here, you know.
Yeah.
Place is even different since I was last year. I'm just going to kind of walk around first before actually, you know, getting close to Claire.
And almost all the boxes have been unpacked. Not many left. There's photos of you two on the wall. Photos of you two on the shelves. A lot more photos of you two than you were used to. She seems to have gotten into the photo album and been pulling those out. There's even quite a number of the wedding shots.
Is there a nursery?
There is. That was one of the things that she set up first. Now, not all the furniture's there yet. There's a crib in the room, and that's it right now. She hasn't gotten the rest of the stuff together, but the crib is actually, it's a family heirloom, been passed down. That's why she has it.
Gonna go into, if she has any sort of office set up, see if I can find the flash drive.
Okay. And you go into the office. Now, it's not hard. As soon as you step in the office, you know where the flash drive is. It's not in the desk drawer. It's actually purloined lettered in a book.
Good. Well, enough delaying this. And yeah, I'll go and stand next to Claire. Just kind of get a sense of.
And as you get close, you can smell her perfume. Faint scent of her sweat. And the smell of the food cooking. Though the food, as always, smells off. But you've come to expect that from this side. Just like the perfume is slightly soured.
It's just like the first time I saw you. Nothing changes. What's her demeanor like?
She's humming as she cooks. Seems to be lost in thought as she does it. She's actually humming a song that she knows was one that you liked. Danny Boy.
Just kind of to nobody at this point. I mean, at her direction, but knowing she can't really hear me, sadly. We're about to do something. Something that could be pretty big. Something that I hope makes things a little easier on you. I know it's not been easy these last 2 months. 2 months more. I know you'll never get to see me again, at least in a physical sense, but this might be the last time regardless. Couldn't have been easy seeing your face plastered all over the internet. Wasn't easy for me, and I'm where I'm at. But you're strong. You have something on mind that's going to be pretty important, especially after today. And I'm going to need that old Claire back. And I'm going to invoke mood music and create a sense of resolute determinism.
Okay. Now for mood music, it's 2 pathos. You're rolling manipulation keening against difficulty of 8. Now, the funny thing about the keening powers is it actually does affect on both sides of the shroud, even those that don't hear it directly because they're quick. It still can affect both.
Well, could you repeat the roll again?
It is going to be manipulation plus keening. Difficulty is 8.
Six successes, 1-1, so 5.
5 successes. Because she is one of the quick, it lasts for days, not hours. 5 days.
If Margot's there, she will be affected for 5 hours.
Margot will be affected for 5 hours, but Claire for 5 days.
And I will start. When you're weary, feeling small, when tears are in Your eyes, I will dry them off. I'm on your side. Oh, when times get rough. Friends just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water. I will lay me down.
She gets a look. You can see her jaw hardens up a bit. Her eyes kind of get this a look you've seen before, where she is steeling herself to push through whatever. It's the reporter that you fell in love with a long time ago, right there. Not going to give up. Going to push through it.
You've given that look to me too many times. Now it's time for you to do something important and not just take care of me. Take care of the two that are coming in. Finish what I started. Bye, Claire. And I turn and walk out.
And
ready to fuck shit up, Margot?
You bet your goddamn ass I am.
so, Margot, where are you heading first?
I think I'm going to be heading to the house.
Okay. And you go to your house and Seamus is there. Feet propped up on the table, drinking a beer. Watching TV. Looks like he's watching nightly news.
I could have just left you here. Wouldn't have changed a goddamn thing. Do I see the box with the ring or the manila folder or anything?
Yeah,
Has that been opened? Yeah.
You find the box with the ring. You do find. You find that because when you get close to it, you can feel it. It pulls you towards it.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the top of the closet, shoved behind like 3 or 4 shoe boxes.
Wow. He's not good at hiding anything. Kids are gonna find that during Easter, I swear. I see, as I look at that, she kind of gets this kind of extra steel and she just kind of walks out to the living room. And she stands in front of him, right in front of the TV.
Okay. And his eyes looks right through you.
You're finally going to do something for me. Instead of me doing something for you all the time. It's finally going to happen. And I am going to... Let's see. I'm going to go even further. I'm going to use a power that I haven't used yet.
Okay. Which one are you using?
A single thread. It's
Single
an
thread.
intimation power.
Culmination of the solicitor's art. Single thread is an insidious power that elevates the ordinary and cripple the mighty. You can rewrite a target's desires so subtly that even their close friends and victims perceive the changes in the psyche as natural. Wow. So, you are going to use... It costs 4 pathos and 2 willpower. And your shadow gains 2 temporary angst from this.
Yeah.
But it uses the normal roll for yours, so you're going to roll manipulation intimation.
Mm-hmm.
And the difficulty is based on his willpower, which is only 4. He doesn't really have much of a willpower now, does he?
Mm-mm. Do I get to use persuasive at all for this?
Sure, if you wish.
That's 8 successes.
That's enough to enact a change that directly opposes their normal nature or even self-destructive tendencies. So what do you want to rewrite his desires into?
I want to rewrite his desires into actually taking care of the family. Instead of just sitting around here and quitting every day at work, I want him to be able to come home and actually play with his children and take care of them the way they should have been.
Okay.
After that, she is actually going to do another intimation power because I want to get that fucking ring into Nat's hands.
Okay.
Instead of out of that shoebox.
Okay. And what are you going to use this time? Same one?
I'm going to use Ignite.
Ignite. Okay. That's another 4 pathos. Manipulation, intimation. Difficulty is going to start at 4, but we have to modify it based on the complexity of what you're doing. Routine. Actually, trivial. To take a ring to somebody, that's trivial. So difficulty is 2. Now let's see if you Steve Perry that roll.
We'll see. Thankfully, I didn't. I got 3 successes.
3
Not
successes.
as good as the other one.
You can create a desire unrelated to their natural interest, which that's pretty much what you're trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
So the desire is to have him take that ring to Natalie.
Mm-hmm.
It's odd after you do it. He kind of looks at the beer in his hand, looks at the TV, looks at the beer in his hand, and then he turns the TV off. And you see him heading upstairs to the closet and getting the ring.
Once I think he's doing what I think he's doing, I will peek in on the kids.
Okay.
Just to be able to see them one last time.
As you peek in on them, they're sleeping, actually. Looks like they had a rough day. It doesn't look like they got a bath before they went to sleep. Because they still looks like they'd spent a day in the snow. The hair's kind of plastered to their head. You'd guess that there's a lot of, snow and stuff that went in their hair sledding.
Well, now, at least I know you'll get a bath in the morning. That you'll be taken care of. And I know I can't touch them, but I kind of lean down and I kiss each one on the head.
Though you can't touch them, you still get close enough that you can smell the scent on them. And it's odd. You can still somewhat feel them as you touch them, though they don't feel you back. They're still, as long as you don't push through them, there is a sensation that they're there. They do block your ability to move through them. And in this room that the paint's peeling, the carpet looks moldy, the curtains are raggedy. Their life glow is strong and bright. It shows they're exhausted.
Yeah, she's going to leave them be. She's going to back out like she would when she was living, very quietly, stepping back, even though she's going to be going through the door.
Okay.
Instead of shutting it. And hearing Seamus probably coming down the stairs, Margot is going to head to the studio.
Okay. And you arrive at the studio pretty quickly. It's not hard. But when you get to the studio, Nat is there. She seems to be in the back room debating with herself what she's going to do with the place. She doesn't have the heart to keep it as the same business it was, but she also doesn't want to get rid of it.
I'm going to walk up to her and I'm just going to give her a big hug.
And you give her a hug and You can feel her, but again, as soon as she moves, it's either you let go or she pushes through you and then you become incorporeal.
Maybe you could turn this place into a coffee shop or something. You could keep some of the Victorian goth aesthetic. I'm pretty sure college kids might like that. Something kitschy, you know? I don't...
Now, Noah's been following you silent the whole time. Noah, you see as...
Unless she asked me to stay somewhere if she didn't want me to be.
Well, I assume you stayed out front while she went in to deal with her family, because you see Seamus pull up. And knock on the door. He doesn't have a key. Now, who in the world at this hour at the front door? What the hell? And she goes up to the front door, and you see her peek through the little opening, the little viewport, or not viewport, but the glass in it. And she's like, what the fuck does that asshole want? God damn it. And she actually throws the door open. What? And he gets kind of a very odd look on his face. It's not chagrin, but as if he's uncomfortable and doesn't know what he's doing there in the first place. I think Margot wanted you to have this, Natalie. And he offers out a little box. And she gets just a shocked look. What's the catch? No catch. And she just snatches the box out of his hand and then slams the door in his face.
My little Spitfire.
I know you see him stand out front, kind of unsure. Not quite, he kind of looks like he doesn't know what to do now. And then he just kind of shuffles back to the car. And she opens the box and finds the ring. Now you can describe the ring.
It's a silver banded ring with it's got a main sapphire and two little diamonds outside, kind of ornate. And inside there's an inscription that says, "To my love, Natalie."
And she looks at it and it takes her a minute to look at the inscription on the inside. And when she does, she starts crying. And you hear her actually mutter, "Yours forever."
I always wanted to hear that. This might be goodbye, Nat. But I wanted to at least let you know.
And she takes and sits down on the divan that's still there. Black crushed velvet, as I recall.
Mm-hmm.
And she sits there just holding the ring in her hand. She's got it set right in the palm of her hand. And she just keeps slowly moving her finger around the inside of it to feel the inscription on her fingers.
But yeah, you're too good to let this place just go. Do something with it. Do something that you want. And Margot's going to leave.
And you step out. Now, we get to Tark. What is Tark's plans?
Noah would have extended his hand out to Margot. Let's go.
All right. Yeah, let's go.
So, Tark's plans. You go and return to your house. And Esmeralda is there. It looks like she's standing in your study. Just standing in it. Looking around. Like she can't decide what to do, whether to sit in it, whether to sit in your chair, or just to stand there.
I go in and I walk around.
And you can smell the perfume. Again, slightly soured, but you can smell the perfume.
I walk around her and end up doing a little circle around her, ending up in front. And I look at her. I know she can't see me, but darling, this isn't how it was supposed to happen. How life was supposed to be for us. But I have a chance to make sure nothing happens to you. There's no guarantee on what happens, so I may or may not be back. But I know you'll be okay.
And she looks around. And you actually hear her. Why do I smell his cologne suddenly? And then, with a tear in her eye from getting that smell, she turns and leaves the room, as if she can't handle the reminder. And she goes downstairs and actually sits in your chair. And just sits there.
Are the kids around?
You look for them through the house, and your daughter's there. She seems to be working on a paper. Looks like it's your work. She's decided to continue what you were working on. And she's delving into it. Your son is not around, though, for some reason.
Oh, babe, I don't know if you should work on that or not. I don't know if it's going to be as good as I thought it might have been. But I'm proud of you.
And the oddest thing, when you try to speak to her, for just a second, her eyes focus a bit. I know you are. And then she looks, why? Where did that come from?
What? And I'm just, what? She heard me?
For only a second, it appeared she did. But you'd always heard stories about some members of the family being sensitive at times.
Well, like I told you, Mom, I have something to do. It may be a while before I come back, if I do. But maybe we can try this out again sometime. See if you really can.
And she closes your work. I think I heard Mom come out of the study. And we'll go check on her.
Don't ruin your life like I did. Spend a little time living with your family, your friends.
And she goes, and you see her head downstairs to sit with Esmeralda and share a moment. And then finally, we're going to come to Aurora.
Aurora will go into her house and sort of gaze around and see what Shauna's up to and what Marcus is up to.
Shauna's reading your book again. And Marcus is actually playing the PlayStation. He loved it.
I'm glad it did. When I go back downstairs, I'd like to use Whispers the Shroud.
Okay, you're going to use Whispers. We'll pull this up. I just got to scroll through all of them. It's up at the top because we just had that happen a second ago. There we go. Whispers. For Whispers, you get to roll Charisma and Embody. And it costs 1 Pathos.
Five. Sorry. You were gonna
for help.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You don't need it.
5 successes. That means you have 5 sentences you can whisper.
I guess I'd sit down near Shauna. She's looking through my book. Hey, honey. I'm back for a little bit.
Not going to get used to this.
I know.
I mean, doctor tells me you're dead. You tell me you're not dead, and you'll be back.
I will. I've been studying on this side.
I mean, fine, you've convinced me I'm not insane, but this is not making sense, sweetie. Why can't you just come now?
Well, I learned something new, and I wanted to give it a try. Now, I don't know if it'll be good or not, but I want to give it a go. That's all right.
I mean, I trust you. Whatever you want to do.
All right. I love you.
Well, I love you too.
And with that, I am going to use the 4th level Embody Power, Life and Death.
Okay. And for life and death, you manifest in a solid approximation of your body. Your appearance is subject to a bit of memory and self-idealizism. So imperfections get washed away. You'll have, darker hair, a little bit paler skin, that kind of stuff. No pulse or breath, unfortunately. You are going to spend 2 pathos and roll manipulation plus embody.
Manipulation plus embody. I'm going to use the willpower on that too.
Okay. Now, while you're doing this, because you are using the life and death compared to the higher level materialize, it takes a fair amount of concentration to use this. And while using it, the difficulty of all mental and social rolls increased by 1. So you can't really focus fully on the skin lands because it'll break your concentration. You'll come back, but you will be there
for a few minutes.
Yep.
Holy hell. Difficulty 8?
I see. No, because you have consorted her. Difficulty is 4.
Oh. All right, so that gives me a total of 9 successes.
So for a number of scenes, you're there. Now, of course, you have cold skin, no pulse, no breath. But when you appear in front of her, okay, now I think I am crazy.
No, you ain't crazy.
And when you manifested, your armor's not there because that is not your real form.
I'll be fucked. I'm not see-through. For a little bit at least.
And she reaches up and gives you a hug, and then she pulls back a minute. You're cold. Why are you so cold? Should I start the fire and so we can warm you up?
Yeah, maybe a catharsis or a blanket or something. I don't know. I'm new to this.
And she gets a blanket, but with no body heat. It's not helping.
You'll have to get close, I guess. I'm a ice queen right now.
And, I mean, she snuggles up next. She goes, I don't care. I really don't care. You could be on fire right now and I wouldn't care.
I wouldn't either, honey. I missed you so much. I can't do it forever yet, but I'm confident I'll be able to, no matter what happens, no matter how much it takes or how hard it is, or how fucked the society is on the other side. I don't care. I'm gonna make this work.
You do whatever you have to just come back to me, please.
Whatever it takes. And the other side of me, I can still feel him, or her, or them. I know they're still there, and I told you, my person, my more emotional side seems friendlier than the others, but I don't know if that'll ever just be a part of me again.
I'll never understood this stuff you've told me. I mean, how come nobody knows about this? How come this is such a big secret? It's
I don't know. It's fucking crazy. And I got something to do to protect you and protect Marcus and
okay, I know that tone. You're about to start some shit, aren't you? I remember that look, I remember that when we were teenagers. I know what that means. You're about to start some shit.
More like in some shit.
I know I'm not the one to talk you out of it, because of the two of us, you were always the risk taker.
Hell, I'm taking a massive risk just being here, but fuck it. I'm hoping to come back, but there's a chance I don't. But I'm doing it to keep you safe.
No, that's not what I'm... Promise me you'll come back to me. Whatever it takes, whatever you have to do.
You heard her. Whatever it takes.
She's talking in my head, and she's right. She'll help me. She wants me to get back to you just as much as I do.
And Shauna gets the smile, the one that you love so much, lights up her eyes as she smiles. And she just holds you on the couch for a while. And we're going to leave the rest of the details as a fade to black. But this is where I think we're going to go to break. And we will be back from this emotional first half of an episode in 10 minutes, everyone. Please enjoy.
She lives in murk and shadow, cold as the alleys of stone. She's a blur in the window, a prisoner of the underworld. She watches life from the gloom. Friends she lost and lovers too. That simple life she once knew, before the cursed dark consumed. And every clock is broken, and every step is hopeless. She sings a song to the moon, the loneliest song you ever knew. A friend she lost, lovers too, of life before she fell to glue. She watches life from the gloom. Friends she lost and lovers too. That simple life she once knew, before the cursed dark consumed. Hush, child, open your eyes. You are not alone. We are your dark ones, holding you close. Come dance with us, dance in the darkness. We've been waiting for you. That world doesn't want you like we do. We see you, for in the night fire shines bright. Come dance with us, dance in the darkness. Oh, how we've been waiting for you. Why fight the night when the night is endless? Why cling to the light when the light always diminishes? Come dance in the dark and you will be fearless. Let the dark kill the love in your heart till your heart is painless. Come, let's leave this world behind. Dance with the dark ones in your mind. Come, let's leave them all behind. Dance with the dark ones. Dance with the dark ones. Hush, child, open your eyes. You are not alone. We are your dark ones, holding you close. Come dance with us, dance in the darkness. We've been waiting for you. That world doesn't want you like we do. We see you, for in the night fire shines bright. Come dance with us, dance in the darkness. Oh, how we've been waiting for you. Why fight fight the night when the night is endless? Why cling to the light when the light always diminishes? Come dance in the dark and you will be fearless. Let the dark kill the love in your heart till your heart is painless. Why fight the night when the night is endless? Why cling to the light when the light always diminishes? Come dance in the dark and you will be fearless. Let the dark kill the love in your heart till your heart is painless.
Welcome back. Before the break, we had a series of pretty goddamn touching scenes. And now this circle is getting ready for the assault on the Orpheus building. It's not a main branch, but it's one of their satellite places. But first, as the circle is getting together to do this, the shadows wish to have a conversation. And I turn this over to the shadows.
Oh, I missed you all so much. It feels like it's been so long.
It's been a while, yeah.
It has, yeah.
Well, you
I don't know
know,
if I
I sent Noah on that bender, and God, that was delicious.
That was fucking hilarious. Oh my gosh. Oh, with Tark, you would not believe how close I am. Oh, you might get to see me in the flesh.
Ooh, think I can call you in sometimes to torment Noah?
Yes, of course.
Awesome.
Speaking of torment, what happened to you, Isaac Shadow?
Oh, that was a
You
trip. I took
look like you
fucking
got fucked
over.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
sweet.
Oh,
Yeah, thanks
I don't
a
know what-
lot, Dave, because you know what? Alexa saw it, and look what she did to me.
Ooh. Yeah. Sorry about
That's
your
the
luck
part.
there, friend.
You've got one there. You've got
don't
one
know.
there. She figures things out too quick.
Yeah.
I don't
okay.
know what I would do if I took over. I'd be like a dog chasing its tail, I feel like. Just like, I'd be like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? So, good for you.
Oh yeah, I can feel that rage simmering in his belly. I'm almost ready to make my move.
This dum-dum's also doing a lot of the work for me. So, it makes it pretty easy.
Mhm.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, mine does a lot of the work for me too. I just sit back and drink it in.
Right.
Emphasis on drink.
Why not take work for it?
Well, with this assault on Pentex, let's see if we can stoke some rage. I'm looking forward to tearing ass.
I mean, I don't feel like we're going to have to do that much, right? Like,
I figure I'm going to help mine out because I want him to survive.
I'll throw a little power mine's way. Maybe he'll give me that last bit.
I'll
I
give
was gonna
Itzak
help
the helping
mine.
hand.
I was
I'll
going to
get
help
mine,
mine,
too.
but she doesn't deserve it anymore.
Yeah, she seems like a
Don't
right
blame you.
bitch after doing that to you.
surprised your voice isn't a little higher, with your testicles being
Yeah.
gone.
With your nuts
funny,
locked up.
real funny. do me one favor, guys. You can help your people out, but make that just make them leave her, abandon her. I want her to feel a little pain like she's delivered to me. Make her hurt.
an
Yeah, I think-
opportunity presents itself.
We'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Not that I'm
Anyway,
going to be able to do much, so good luck, everybody.
let's get to business.
I
Let's get to
said,
killing.
well, nice talk. They're almost there, it looks like. Good meeting. Good meeting.
Dang.
Bye.
See y'all in the aftermath.
Just waiting for that bye. That is the trademark sign off. So as you gather, you're across the street. You're actually huddled in a subway that's closed. Subway, the business.
Shop. Yeah.
And it's closed, so it's pretty easy to hang back and not be seen through the glass that's cracked and pitted and damaged. As you all make your final, any kind of final plans you have for the building. Now, what you've been told is the first floor is ghost hunters. But the janitor's closet has a false wall in the back that leads downstairs to the basements. Now,
What were we told as far as security?
they don't have too much on the security. They said generally there are a specter or two that watches from the other faction. Wraiths avoid the place because ghost hunters, which was rather ingenious of them in some ways to do it that.
Mm-hmm.
But you have been warned that there could be some agents, some of their sleepers are sometimes awake and guarding.
Perfect. Okay.
The CEO is generally, when he's there, and he's supposed to be there this night because he's got reports to send up, he is on the very first basement, sub-basement 1.
And
Servers are on sub-basement 2.
Okay.
Sub-basement 3 is the cryo tanks.
Okay.
And that is where the people sleeping, the sleepers come from.
All right.
And I will assume Aurora has done the armor
Mm-hmm.
game.
And Alexis is looking like she's in a fucking tactical gear. I mean, she looks like freaking SWAT.
And based on Aurora's previous successes, every time she made armor, we're going with 4 points of armor across the board for everybody, a nice average, because that's about what she averages on her rolls for armoring up people.
All right. So based on the intelligence we have, Isaac, as we walk in the door, need you to do that thing you do that shoves things away.
Right.
Okay. First level sub basement CEO. I assume I'll be taking him out. Second sub level. What?
So once Isaac does that, I'll do a danger sense.
Perfect.
Make sure
That's perfect. I trust you guys with your fortune telling shit. You know what you're good at. You'll do your thing. I expect you to act autonomously in this. If if you see something going on, don't wait for directives. Fucking act. Okay. But general scheme, we have 3 levels here. We have the first sub basement, second, and third. First sub basement is where the CEO is going to be. My intention is to take that fucker out. Margot, second sub basement is server room. You're going to find what you can, send it out to the agencies Noah's given you, and also send out a copy to Buchanan, and I've given you his email address. Tark, third sub basement, cryo chambers. Take them out.
Mhm.
We
Right.
we'll know that specters have been evacuated from the area. Possibly their agents, their sleeper agents that are able to come over on our side, maybe guarding. So use what you got to take them out. Okay.
Okay.
Any questions? Any concerns? Any ideas?
Take out as many threats as I can on this side. Weapon and your gun. You were so nice enough to lend me. So
Isaac, brief moment before we enter, if you don't mind.
Yeah, what's up, Noah?
Just come over here for a sec.
Yeah.
Are you good?
Well, I think I'm a little evil, but I mean, I'm all right.
Well, we need you at your best. I'm not saying I'm going to fix you.
Are you going to sing?
No, I'll do the other thing.
Just hurry up. Come on,
You need to
everybody's waiting.
clear your goddamn head, Isaac.
I need to clear my goddamn Dave, Noah. But whatever you're going to do it, and so you'll be happy. And let's.
Well, I'm trying to make. It's fine. I will use reading the bones on Isaac.
You're going to use reading the bones on Isaac. That's a fun one to use. Okay, I'm pulling this up right here. We got it open. With art, you delve deeper into Fate's design. You are going to spin 2 pathos and roll perception plus fatalism.
Okay.
Target number, because it's on this side of the shroud, is 6.
Insightful, applicable.
Sure. I've been waiting for him to use it on himself, but no, he won't use it on himself.
Well, I mean, if he used it, now I'm meta thinking about that. If he used it on himself, wouldn't it?
It gives
be in a place to
shadow a bunch of angst for doing it.
Oh wow!
7 days, 7 successes.
You have 7 questions to ask about Isaac's fate, if nothing changes.
I will try and be quick here. First one: will Ami forgive him?
In almost every thread that you see, she does. There are a handful where she does not. But those seem to be due to other actions he takes. Or I should say, part of him takes.
Is Isaac a concern to mess up this operation?
As with anything in an operation like this where so much is unknown, there are some futures you see where he causes it to fail, and others you see where he causes it to succeed. It seems about even.
Is Isaac a key component to this operation?
As things stand now, he has a role in this operation. One that, in some ways, touches on fate itself.
Will Isaac make it out of this op?
That is a difficult one. By looking at the strands of fate, you see the potential for great tragedy and great joy and great victory. And in some cases, the victory and the tragedy happen at the same time.
Will Isaac forgive me for doing this?
That I will have to ask Isaac.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm not going to waste more time asking questions. I'm good with those.
Okay.
Every path I saw, she forgives you, Isaac. I say this without a shadow of a doubt. And every path I've seen, we need you at your best.
I assure you, Noah, I will do everything I can. Keep everyone safe in here and get everyone out.
I both believe in you, Isaac. I'm not just saying that.
You know, when we first met,
I was kind of a dick to you.
yeah. And I was kind of patronizing and cheesy.
I feel like we've had this conversation before.
I think we have. Thanks, Noah. I appreciate it. Try not to get killed.
Hey, I'm doing this to cover my own ass.
So that trust kind of only goes so far as what you can see is what you're telling me.
Hey,
Yeah.
Self-serving.
I think you should be more worried about Tark. He's kind of showing a violent side.
I'm a little nervous to check that out.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to know the answer to that.
I appreciate your concern and your time, and I'm not going to do anything to fuck this up. Okay.
Again, I believe
I'm not intentionally going to do anything.
Yeah, we've all that unintentionally messed things up plenty.
Dave, are you going to intentionally do anything to fuck this up?
No, I want you alive.
Dave says we're screwed. We ought to be good.
Thank you for indulging me.
Focus on not getting ourselves killed, huh? Or, I guess
we're
not
good.
Killed.
I think we're good.
You know what I mean.
I'm telling y'all, once we get this over, y'all have got to start going to the Partners Guild routinely. My cunt has had her mouth shut for a long fucking time.
I'm going to get trained to do that.
I mean, to be fair, mine didn't talk for the longest time, and I still probably was feeding it. So it's chattiness.
That's the thing. If you learn what feeds it, you can work against it, and then it starves.
Well,
mine's been chilled, so I've been pretty lucky there.
Thanks, dog.
Mine's been weird, silent, and then showing me dead, drunk Noahs in bushes.
Oh, God. I hate to say it, but fuck me, I could really use a smoke right about now.
No.
I love you.
Oh.
And your pocket actually shifts when you say that. And something's in it.
Welcome.
The hell? Oh, fuck. I got a little gift. And I got just the lighter for it.
Just waft. Make sure you're wafting.
Yeah.
Well, I got a couple questions for everybody, so smoke them while you got them. All right, what are Alexis? What do you see as the teams and our sequence of actions here? What kind of help do you need taking out the CEO? I mean, Margot is going to be able to work mostly unseen in the computers. I'm going to need some help down with the physical.
You will. Who do you want with you?
People that can do some damage in the Skinlands.
Aurora, then.
Can you, Aurora? Or can you only affect this side?
I just learned last night I can sort of manifest in the Skinlands if I just want to tear some shit up.
No, we don't have to be gentle or really discriminate in what we're tearing up. So
I'm telling you, if you turn into a statue, you will fuck shit up.
Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. I can do that.
If you need some help down there after I'm done, I've learned some things. I can probably.
Okay, great.
Wreck some shit.
I'm happy to do backup after I take out the CEO.
Okay.
I figure we'll work our way. We can work our way down together.
Okay.
That way, in case all hell breaks loose while I'm taking out the CEO, we can fucking deal with that. Or we start at the bottom and work our way up. But I worry that we will flag it before we work our way back up, and the CEO will be gone.
Right.
Yeah, we don't want to leave an escape route.
Yeah, the CEO is mobile. I mean, if he hears something going on in the basement, he'll fly the coop.
Right.
And the people that are in the cryotubes, they're not going anywhere.
Right.
So
again,
it worked.
Isaac has his spectre deflector. I have. I think it'll take a little bit out of me, but a means of at least subduing anyone who can hear me for some time. So I don't want to do that unless absolutely necessary, because it's going to tap me pretty good. But we have options.
Storyteller, I imagine we kind of scoped out this place as best we could without being detected.
Well, of course.
What was the power structure of this building? Is there like a generator, or is it just connected to city power?
It's connected to the city power. Now, unfortunately, you couldn't go in the building to see if they have an alternate power source coming
Inside.
in through another way. You don't hear any generators, but that doesn't mean they haven't routed power from another building or from another location through underground.
I got you.
Through the power conduits that run under the city, because not everything's above ground.
Okay. Because I was just trying to debate if Alexis would recommend cutting power or not.
I'm going to use another fatalism power.
You can bet they have backup power if they've got cryo tanks.
That's what
because
I figured.
Otherwise,
it would overload the grid and short out.
Every time that there's any kind of power outage in Richmond, which happens, you'd have dead people in cryo tanks.
Right.
So what are you doing, Noah?
I'm going to use my level 1 initiate power friendly card.
Okay. Let me pull that up.
Essentially, between two choices, I can ask a question whether something is the most beneficial, the least damaging, or best for the story.
Okay.
So between starting top, working down, or starting bottom, working up, what is the most beneficial?
Spend one pathos to automatically select the best option. Do you want the most beneficial, least damaging? What is your criteria for best?
Most beneficial to our aim.
To start at the first floor.
Start at the first.
A basement 1.
Okay, so we start and work our way down.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go clear the place out and go take out a CEO real quick.
And as you approach the building, right as you get up to the step of it, I believe Isaac had something he's supposed to do as he's crossing into the building.
As he's doing that, I'm sorry to interrupt, but as he's doing that, I am going to do Washed in Lethe.
Okay. So first we're going to deal with his.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to roll Charisma plus Castigate. Difficulty is 7, and then you can tell me how many pathos you're going to put with it.
Zach, do you need help? I'll give you all the help I can give.
You're muted.
Well, that takes all the fun out of saying, I think I got this, Dave.
Your funeral.
Yours too. I would like to burn 2 willpower on this.
Go ahead. Burn 2 willpower.
Target's 7, right?
That is correct.
That is 3 successes.
Okay. Now I'm going to roll for what may be in there or may not. And how much pathos do you spend?
I want to spend enough pathos to cover what we know of the entire building.
You estimate about 3 should do it.
Okay.
And after you activate this, get the hints, you literally do see suddenly a form shoot from the building. But because of how much you spent, they're gone a long distance away. You figure you shot them at least a mile down the road.
There's one out, but who knows if they're going to tell anybody else, so we need to move.
Guys, just so you know, you may not remember that it was me doing stuff, but I want to make sure I'm anonymous just in case. And I do Washed in Lethe.
Okay. And what that does is everyone will clearly remember the actions, but you won't know who did it. So anything that goes on, you're going to have trouble remembering who it was, unless you can roll you have to do a willpower. Difficulty is appearance plus mnemonics. What is Alexis's appearance and her mnemonics?
That would be 7.
So you'd have to do a willpower difficulty 7. And you would have to beat, how many successes did you get?
I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You need 7 successes to remember clearly that it was her.
Is that something we do now if we want?
You can.
Yep.
Because from this point forward, you're not going to remember that she's the one that's doing stuff.
Actually, if you already knew the character from previous equations, you don't forget them.
Oh, okay.
So what it matters is anyone else who sees can't remember.
Right. Okay. So y'all are good. I didn't know.
They just won't remember that for sure it was her.
Right.
So there we go. Yes, Aurora.
While we're taking a second, I'd like to use breathing the mists, which is the 5th level of fatalism power, which will allow me to prepare for future events.
Everyone is using up all the powers. You are going to spend 4 pathos and a willpower. You roll perception plus fatalism.
Let's go.
Difficulty
All right.
is 6. And all we do is note how many successes you have.
Need a hand? You good?
Yeah, fuck it. Throw everything you got at it.
Full blast.
All right, that changes this quite a bit then. Six successes, 7, but I rolled a 1.
Okay, so you can get exactingly
Fine.
specific and relevant to major plot twists, something you could have accomplished off screen, which means at any point in the building, even if you didn't say you did it at the time, if it comes up later, that would have been advantageous to have done it. You did it.
Was
Okay.
the one on a shadow dice?
Yes, it was.
Okay. So now we're rolling in. And you step into the front lobby. Now they have a desk at the entry. There is somebody sitting in it live. Their live shite shows it clearly. But they don't see you. Looking at the life side of it, you can all ascertain that this person is not what you would call a real ghost hunter. There's a lot more security guard based on what you can read off the life site than ghost hunter. And for the bank of monitors, they're supposed to review ghost videos. Seems to have a lot of cameras pointing outside, recording what's going on than ghost videos. So, you know where you're going. Do you push past them?
I am going to move around the guy and look at the monitors over his shoulder.
The monitors are showing outside the building from at least 10 different angles.
Anything inside the building?
None of them are inside the building. This guy has no internal security at all, at least from the
and
station.
his back is to me right now.
Mhm. Oh, yeah. I know it's coming.
I'm trying to decide which method I want to use.
We staying or going?
I'm going to statue.
Okay, 2 pathos, charisma plus embody.
Put my hand right in the same spot I did Palmer.
It's 2 pathos, charisma, embody. The difficulty in this building. The shroud is rather thin here. It's only 5. Wonder why the shroud is thin. I wonder if what they do in the basement might affect that. Please make a note. Shroud is 5 for all your cool powers.
That is 6 successes.
Yeah. You all briefly see Alexis become
A statue.
substantial. Statue.
With her 2 fingers at the base of his skull.
Now for Tark and Margot, you've seen this. You saw her do exactly that to Palmer. For Isaac, Noah, and Aurora, this is the first time you've seen her fingers interposed between his spine as she manifests.
Her facial expression is completely passive.
As soon as she does this, I will do foreshadow.
Okay? You're going to foreshadow, which is you're going to roll. So many powers. I love it. Now, wait a minute. The full one is the once per day. Otherwise, you're going to roll.
This is typically, unless I say otherwise, it's the basic one.
Okay, so you're going to roll perception, alertness, and add your fatalism.
Is
Yes,
my
Aurora.
insightful.
Can I get my memoriam back in?
Go ahead. Difficulty is 8. Roll number dice equal to memoriam. Difficulty 8.
Is my insightful count here?
Sure. It's a season finale. Go ahead. So many dice being rolled.
You said difficulty, sorry, what? 8?
6.
6, sorry.
It's actually pretty horrifying, I think, for Isaac, Aurora, and Noah, who haven't seen this before. Her fingers interposing, and then she becomes a wraith again, but he's got a hole, and you can see, before the blood suddenly fills it, where his spine used to be connected.
5 successes.
5 successes?
Okay, one
yeah.
guard down.
You're in danger. Lots of danger.
Down we go.
Jesus.
But this event isn't what caused the danger.
Yep. Okay. We're certainly dangers around us.
No
You did
shit.
not
Let's go.
Nothing was alerted supernaturally from what you did.
Also, nothing was alerted electronically either because all their cameras are watching outside.
Good.
Argo's going to take the moment and spend pathos, and the riding crop is in her hand, and it extends into a full-scale bullwhip. So the handle is rhinestone and covered, and there are silver shards of silver kind of spitting through the whip itself in various places.
Shit.
Don't hit me with that.
Upgrades, people. Upgrades.
Nice.
Does anyone have the ability to secure the doors? I mean, I'll keep specters out, but
Oh, can somebody make sure the doors are locked?
Fuck. I can only affect Corpus.
I'm going to go over there, and I'm going to use one of my outrage powers.
You can technically...
Are they
let me pull it up
electronic?
and look. I think what you can use... you can... One of the outrage?
Mm-hmm.
You can also, I think, use inhabit.
Oh,
And turn
yeah,
the lock.
Not just that.
Oh, jam it.
If you look at misfire, it's a temporary. You can gears jam, combustion falters, or you can go straight clean the shell, have full control, and jam the whole thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go with the misfire. Actually, I think the temporary malfunction will work into our favor.
Okay. So because of this one, it's pathos, strength plus inhabit, difficulty 6.
Mm-hmm.
Man, everyone's rolling deep on powers this time.
You got him, use them.
Say, it's not.
4 successes.
Now's not the time to be passive.
Okay. And she puts her hand in the lock, and you actually hear one of the pins, one of the springs for the pin, the tumblers, kind of make an odd noise as it gets wrenched by your hand through the channel it's supposed to be in. You're pretty sure if anyone looked at it, they would think somebody fucked it up trying to pick it and damage the tumblers.
Perfect. Thanks, Marco. And we are going to go through the janitor's closet.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to the janitor's closet, and there is a wall in the back. Now, you've been told you can walk right through it. And when you push your head through it, there's a stairwell. It leads down. But at the base of the stairs, there's a door you weren't told about. I'm going to allow technology. I want intelligence technology from anyone who has it. Or if you want to do investigation, you can go perception investigation, perception enigmas. If you think you have something that applies to figuring out what might be, someone might have done something to a door, go ahead.
Detail oriented?
Sure.
And it's 5, the difficulty?
Difficulty 6.
6, okay.
Mm-hmm. Nice. 4. 3.
8.
8. Wow. Dear God, 8. There is something odd. The door is metal when it shouldn't be. But you do see there's some wires attached to it at the top and bottom of the frame that lead off into something. But you're not sure what. But you get an uneasy feeling.
Something's off about this door. There's wires in the frame, here and here, leading to something.
Can we go around the door?
No, it's taking up.
Well, no, you can go around it because you could, in corporeal, you can walk right through the ground around it.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, but looking
Good
at
call.
the wires, does it seem like they go around the door?
Nope. They seem to, the one at the bottom corner runs up and then runs straight up. The one in the top right corner runs towards the left, but it goes to something. And the wires, you only see the tip of them, but it's about as big around as a pinky, which is a pretty thick wire.
That's a thick damn wire.
Yeah, that's made to handle a lot of current.
Is that, there's not an electromagnet holding it shut.
Maybe you could use statue.
Not that you can
slice
test.
one of the wires.
Booby trap for people who like to keep people from going in.
Maybe it's something that affects Wraith.
That's what I'm thinking.
And something that
Wouldn't,
affects
having
Wraith.
gone through it, wouldn't we have?
We didn't go through it.
Not that one yet. It's right in front of you.
Gotcha.
Is it a solid metal door or is there a window we can
Solid.
see?
Fuck it. I'll use was it friendly cardigan?
Okay.
I mean, I can legit, if it,
Spend one pathos,
I can materialize and open the fucking door. I mean, it's not a big deal.
and I will tell you what is your of your options here. Go through the door, go around the door. What are you considering the most beneficial? What is your criteria?
Stealth.
Yeah. What would be the best for keeping our presence hidden still?
You do not want to touch that door at all.
Do not touch the fucking door.
Okay. Around
Fair.
we go.
Around we go.
Good to me.
I think I can pop through the Tempest to the other side of the door and see what's on it.
That's a good thing to do.
And just see if there's anything to worry about. And I'll let you know if I see anything on that side as well. Because if they've booby-trapped this, who knows if the walls are booby-trapped.
So
That's
you're going
true.
to use flicker
I'm going to use Flicker.
because it opens a knee hill and you step from one to the other instantly. You're rolling. Wits Argos. The difficulty normally would be 7, but there's something odd about this building. Your difficulty is 5.
Oh, well, we may have a chance. 3 successes
You see
after.
a hole open in front of Isaac as he just kind of gets snatched into a room beyond. Isaac, the room beyond, when you step into it, it's not a room, it's a hallway. But there's a very odd battery-looking device on this side of the door that the wires lead to. It's not a battery device you've ever seen before. It's larger than a battery. It's obviously some sort of battery device. It's got a charge meter on it. It's got 2 charge meters. One's empty and one's full. But it's a very, just looking at it, it exists in both sides. It is in Skinlands and the Shadowlands.
Can you guys hear me over there?
Mm-hmm. We hear you.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. There's something over here. It looks like a big generally battery type thing. The wires look like they run to it, and it's got 2 indicator things on it. One of them shows a charge, the other one doesn't. I don't know what it is. It's big, scary looking, and it exists on both sides.
Yeah, there's no writing on the indicators. It says, battery charge, number of wraiths, sucked into this thing?
No, and it doesn't have a little handle and black and yellow stripy things either.
Okay.
Tark, gain 1 willpower if you're down any for that insightful jump there. Because
That's exactly what it does.
that is
I was
the
kind
exact
of
purpose.
wondering.
Okay.
Okay. Can you hop us like you hopped, or do we need to go around?
It's really just something I know how to do for me.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll go around.
No worries.
And we go around.
Can I see a way around from? Are the wires more visible on this side?
They are, and it just leads straight to the battery. So you're pretty
The
sure
walls are fine.
as long as they go a foot or two to the left or right of the door and then come through, they'll be fine.
Yeah, give the door a wide berth.
Will do.
Be careful.
Okay.
So you all become insubstantial.
Mm-hmm.
And you manage to bypass the very first trap that I'd snuck in there hoping to get one of you trapped in the battery.
The make successes on that perception check.
That is. And when you get to the other side and look at it, Tark, you don't know how it would work. You don't know why it would work. But you get the feeling you're dead on that the first charge is how much power it has, and the second one is what it's got caught in it.
Okay. We need to keep an eye out for this sort of thing throughout the complex.
Absolutely.
I'm sure this isn't going to be the only one.
Should
And if
we
we run into a specter, run this way and get them to go through the damn door.
should we break this one?
Well, I mean,
No.
didn't your thing keep us safe from specters, or isn't that a guaranteed?
If there's somebody in here that could still be here. You remember that one I tried it on before?
Fair.
you know,
Sorry.
yeah, they tell me they can hang around, but new ones can't come in. But if
Gotcha.
there's anyone here, we got to be careful.
Okay.
And
Good to know.
that's only specters. There may be more of us in here too.
Right. Yeah.
Let's keep moving.
As you move up on the corridor, you enter into what's obviously an administrative level, though it's not very big. You're not sure how much administrative stuff needs to go on. There's a couple offices, security, clearly marked, a bunch of conference rooms, whiteboards with all kinds of things on them. One of the rooms you go to, there's a whiteboard that has pictures that you've seen. They were in everyone except for Aurora and Noah have seen. It's the pictures of your family members actually taped up and on one of the whiteboards.
Thought all of our records were supposed to be electronic. And there's still physical evidence here
They
too.
can print them off just like they did in the envelope.
Definitely looks like a planning room. They've got notes about movement patterns, notes about where they are, but it's all physical, which is, there are solutions to that.
Shame if it caught
Yeah,
fire.
did I see a shredder anywhere on this administrative level?
Of course, they're shredders.
I materialize.
Okay. So Alexis is going to spend 3 pathos and take 3 bashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to roll manipulation and body. Now, the difficulty is only 5 because the shroud is rather weak here. It's not hard at all to push right through it.
It's 5 successes.
That gives you
5 turns?
5 turns, which is enough to snatch them all
I'm
off.
snatching everything and taking it to a motherfucking
There's a paper
shredder.
shredder in that room.
Perfect.
There's one in each of the conference rooms as if they're
Perfect.
used to destroying evidence after discussing some things.
So I put it in the shredder.
Now, when the shredder starts making noise,
I go back, I undo materialize as soon as I put the last document in.
and one of the office doors opens.
And I'm gonna tell everybody to come through the wall to another room.
And the office door that opened, you're pretty sure is the CEO's. As he steps out, starts walking down the hallway to go look at why this shredder started making noise in an office he thought was empty.
Should we take him out now?
Yeah.
And you can see him through the glass of these rooms because they don't seem to really care the people in here see what's going on in each of these conference rooms as if everyone in this building, this part has been cleared to see it. And you see him walking down and he's looking. And as he's looking, he reaches up and does something with his watch as he's looking in that room.
And we have stepped through the wall to the next room.
Yeah, you're not in that room with him.
We're not in that room.
You see him through one of the glass through one of the other conference rooms, but he's doing something with his watch as he's looking at the paper shredder and staring at the whiteboard that has no pictures on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's no flames in his eyes or anything, are there?
Where you are, you can't see any.
So,
Fuck it, I'll walk out in the hall.
Okay, you step out in the wall. And he doesn't see you. He just finishes doing whatever he's doing with his watch and heads back towards his office.
And I'm going to walk up behind him. Okay, I guess I'll, because he's walking.
You can always wait to see where he goes.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'm going to follow him.
So does everyone else follow?
hell yeah.
But keeping an eye out all directions
Yeah.
as we're following.
Okay, so you all follow, and he goes back in his office. And he sits down in his chair, and the first thing he does is opens up his desk drawer.
I'm standing behind him.
Okay. And he pulls out a syringe and
I
a
am
bottle.
going to statue right in his neck before he can inject.
Okay. You don't know what's in it,
Nope, but I got an idea.
but I don't think you care. Which is
Nah.
always a problem, isn't it? 2 more pathos, charisma and embody. There's a lot of embodying going on. We know who the killer in the group is.
Why do we have guns?
Because you can't shoot somebody on that side.
4 successes.
4? Okay. And as he takes this thing and you see him filling up the syringe, once again, everyone sees for a brief instant, Alexis. She flickers like 4 times. Just like blinks 4 times. But it's so fast. And then he slumps forward on his desk, blood going everywhere.
CEO down.
Shit.
Pull whatever the syringe was away just in case he reanimates.
Yeah.
I'm now a wraith. I'm not manifested.
Oh,
so
yeah, that's right.
Oh, okay. All right.
Shit.
sorry, I'm not going to burn all my shit up on
Sure.
one level.
No.
No. Let's go check the other offices and things and make sure there's nobody else here.
Yeah.
Do your head to the wall trick.
I will kind of, as having recently been incorporeal, I will just do quick peeks.
Perception, alertness.
And I will do the same with him.
Go ahead.
Other rooms.
Now, from his CEO's office, there's no windows to look out into the main area. So, perception alertness for Noah and Isaac, who are looking around outside the room now.
Margot, can you check his computer?
What, 5?
Target is 6. Mhm. And Margot, for the computer, what are you going to do? You're going to embody it,
Yeah. Well, inhabit it.
inhabit
Yeah.
it. You're going to do claim the shell.
Yeah.
Okay, that is going to be 3 pathos, strength, and habit. Difficulty is only 5. Wow.
1 success and 3 failures.
So none. Noah,
3 successes.
Noah, you catch a glimpse. Something odd about this person. 2 of them. They are stepping from a
With
back
my-
section.
Okay, yeah, I'll leave it. Sorry.
Yeah, you see them coming, stepping in. They don't have a life glow, but they are slightly glowing. And there seems to be a silver cord that runs behind them through the floor as they step through a doorway in the back. Seem to be looking around.
Away from the doorway that's away from us.
Yes.
I, with my head through the wall quickly, I'm like 2 here, and then I will go out.
Now,
There was-
Margot, your roll?
5 successes.
That's enough. 5 successes means you could take over a locomotive, a diesel engine, or a newspaper printing press easily into this computer. And when you get into it, you're fucking impressed. They're running high-end hardware encryption. Got the high-end cards built into it. It's actually onboard and external cards with it. It's rather impressive. It's got a link that you can feel right off. They're running a fiber link to another location in the building. And then a separate link that leads off on the general internet, but the fiber link is not on the main network. It is a direct connection to somewhere.
So do I have the feeling that the fiber link is definitely going to the servers?
Well, the other one has an IP and seems to be to reach outside. The CEO apparently has routed internal to external through his box, running some pretty high-end fucking encryption gear. Not that it matters to you because you're in it.
Yeah.
It's not hard to get decryption keys when you are in it.
I would relay what I saw to the rest, like quietly to the rest while he's doing that.
Okay, and you all saw Margot disappear as she kind of flowed into the computer.
Okay, Tark, I'm going to go out because if there's 2 of them en route, I want to make sure that they get stopped. Keep an eye out for Margot, please. Aurora, with me. You're muted.
You're muted.
She already has her hand. She didn't actually make a full blade out of her arm. She has her fingers are like massively clawed, so she can hold the gun in her hand as well.
Okay.
Alexis
All right.
takes out one of the weapons with the red
Oh,
crystal.
yeah. That's a problem weapon. Got it. So, you step out into the hall, and as soon as you step out of his office, you see these individuals. They're walking, slight glow to them, and have some sort of silver cord that basically snakes down through the floor. And as soon as they see you, they turn. They've got an odd look on their face, like they're distracted, like they're not fully focused.
I'm going to shoot at the cord.
It's a called shot,
It is.
but I will let you roll it. As a called shot, I'm going to give that a difficulty of 8.
Okay, what's my roll?
You're going to roll
Dex firearms?
Dex firearms. And they get to roll to try to move and try to dodge it.
I'm going to burn 2 willpower for successes.
Okay.
I'll take a shot at the other one, but this one's just at the head.
Okay. With the other Colt?
Yes.
That is 4 successes.
Okay, 4 successes. This is where it gets ugly. You see, when you shoot, the only way to describe it is a black maggot come out of the barrel, wiggles through the air. 2 of them come out as you fire. And they fly through the air. Now we're going to roll. You've got to roll your damage roll, which is going to be... damn. How many successes did you get?
I got 4.
You get to roll 9 dice against a difficulty of 6. He's going to try to soak it against
That's
9
fine.
dice.
The cord is going to try to soak it?
Yeah, they always get to soak. 9 dice, difficulty 6.
That's 5 successes.
Okay. You hit it. And as soon as it hits it, you see these little worms burrow into the cord. And the guy starts screaming. And screaming.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Aurora, for yours, you're also rolling Dex plus firearms. Your difficulty, since you're not doing called shot, is a 6.
You want to give me some help?
You're muted.
Did you even have to ask? Yeah, I'll help you.
All right. That'll help my successes then.
Assume it's full.
Yeah.
This whole time.
Oh, yeah. Nice. Okay. The reroll. Nice. Okay. So that'll be 6 successes total.
No
Okay.
ones.
That's pretty impressive, actually. So, going to have you roll 6 successes total. You are going to roll 8 dice.
Okay.
Difficulty 6.
8 dice, difficulty 6. Bop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With 10 still reroll on these, or just?
No, not for those.
Okay, so 5 successes.
Okay. And your bullet strikes him. And you actually see the cord snapping back. He literally gets snatched through the floor after yours hits him. Now, the guy that Alexis hit, he's still screaming
Jesus.
and screaming. And then his cord snaps him through the floor, though his cord has got a hole in it that's been growing as these things dig into it and tear through his cord. And you all
What?
heard the screams. Everybody heard that shit. There was even Margot in the computer heard that shit.
Jesus.
What the hell did you fire at him? Jesus.
Definitely does the trick.
Margot is trying to hack the system entirely. She's trying to get the information. She's trying to...
Okay, intelligence plus technology or computers. Pick one. And if you want to use your exploits, go ahead.
Knew I was going to ask.
Oh, I know what you're going to ask.
Alexis is going to now basically put a patrol around the floor to see if there's anyone else.
See if anyone else comes up.
Mhm.
7 successes.
Damn. Nicely done. You go through the fiber link. And you found the mainframes.
Mm-hmm.
You found the data. And you found all kinds of references to equipment been ordered through various company names. And it's very easy to get a list of these companies, which you would assume are all Pintech subsidiaries because they wouldn't be getting their equipment from anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And looking for the information Noah's wanting, while you can't find any straight, this is Pintech's, the list of subsidiaries is impressive and stretches a lot farther than you even knew about or even could think of.
Oh, shit. That's crazy. That's an amazing amount. I'm already going to compile the information and send it out before anything else happens.
So, Margot, the nice thing is that you're moving at the speed of a computer, not as an individual, through a lot of this. And you build up an email, and Noah had given you a whole list of email addresses.
And Alexis had also given her Buchanan's.
And this mass mail goes out
Marked urgent, hopefully.
through, oddly enough, using their own email servers to bump it
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
as it gets sent out.
And once I'm sure it's all sent out, I'm going to go through the process of starting to wreck their shit.
You think so? Now, granted, you were told by the stripling that they had people suppressing at various points, data being transferred, but that don't mean they did it for all data, because then somebody would have noticed immediately that not even emails are coming out of this office.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So you think it's out, and then with that many successes, you start fucking it up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not hard to use their own encryption equipment to encrypt it in a way that it can't decrypt.
Yay, I get to be ransomware.
By your estimate, it would take them 700 years to decrypt this data by the time you're done.
Whew.
Now set them up to mining Bitcoin. It's going to keep them busy for a while.
And because you are physically in it, you know where they're physically located down in the next level. Wouldn't be hard to actually go down there. You would recognize the room and to further make sure it can't be recovered by destroying the equipment itself.
That's going to be what happens next. Margot is going to pop out at this point and just kind of be like, we're good.
Has Alexis seen anyone else on this floor?
No one else.
Okay.
Seems he was the only one on this floor this late at night.
Okay.
Margot, you're certain.
Got the emails out. That list is way bigger than my... never mind. Let me just say it's big.
You're sure it went out?
As 100% as I can be.
They got pulled through the floor, so they're gonna know something's wrong.
Yeah, so we need to head down
to move.
quickly.
Now, where does Margot pop out? Does she?
She pops out. She came back to where she was.
Mhm.
Okay.
Now, she could have popped out in the server room, but then you wouldn't have seen her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's head down.
Anyone else want a fucking cigarette?
Don't smoke.
Yes, Isaac. I see you've got that look. You're planning something.
I would like to go through the floor.
You're going to do the dive method.
You know what? I think Alexis will too. She had a pattern of doing that crazy shit.
You've done it once before where you will yourself, almost
Mhm.
throw yourself at the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Because while floors have a semblance here, if you try hard enough, you can pass through it. So who all follows? Isaac is going, Alexis, anyone else going through the floor?
Might as
Okay.
well.
We're ghosts, damn it. Let's use it.
Yeah.
You jump through the floor, and damn it if you don't end up in a... Mario, this is the server room. Now, the funny thing is, when you land in it, from where you are, you can actually see that the floor was metal. Not where you're at, but the whole entrance through the main doorways to get into this place with that same kind of battery contraptions hooked up to them.
They definitely didn't want
Like
ghosties.
all the way around the room
Mm-hmm.
that was done to it,
I'm looking.
but not through the ceiling.
Because who would do that?
Who would do that?
So you said the
Can't
people
go
got pulled
very-
back to the floor. Down
Yeah.
through here, you think? Or
I
Cryo
think
chambers, most
probably the
likely.
cryo chamber. They looked off. They didn't have a life light in them, but they
They had like a tube.
had
connected to
like they were connected to a tether.
umbilical, yeah, something like that. So,
So I think it's going to be one floor down.
I'm surprised we don't hear any screaming with the amount of damage you caused, Alexis. Jesus.
Sorry, that was pretty
I don't
fucking
want to be on
epic.
the I don't want to be on the action end of that gun. Fuck me.
Yes,
Uh,
Isaac.
are the walls glass or concrete or what?
Concrete.
Concrete. Okay.
And you can't get to the walls because all the way around the room is these metal plates hooked to those batteries all the way around the room.
Mm-hmm.
Are those plates on both sides of the veil or just?
Both the plates aren't, but the batteries are.
Mm-hmm.
And do you trust it not to grab you and suck you through anyway?
No, I think we're going to go through the
Fine.
floor again.
But is Margot going to do what Margot needs to do in this room first? And
Well-
Tark,
After we deal with the servers, of course.
Yeah. You'll deal with the servers.
it's not hard. I'll let you spend, you're going to make one roll for the whole thing. We're not going to do a whole, make you roll for each server. That's going to take forever. So what we will do is a single roll.
I was
each-
intending to do decay.
That's one way to do it. You're going to use decay. Tark is probably going to have to use
Inhabit.
misfire.
Misfire.
No, don't even have to just straight misfire. For one pathos, strength plus inhabit, difficulty, again, is 4 in this place.
4?
Something is odd.
4 this time.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, shit. 4? Okay.
Okay.
Yep,
That's
further down we go, the thinner it gets.
Mm-hmm. And then for you, you're going to use decay, which is more than rot. That's 1 up.
Mm-hmm.
Even the strongest material are objects to fuck. Oh, this is not right. Okay. You're going to do 2 pathos, and you spend dex plus, it's dexterity plus flux. But your difficulty is also, what did I just say for Tark? It was 5, right?
4.
4, it's
4.
4 again. This is, and your shadow gains 2 angst.
Mm-hmm.
You count that again.
Uh-oh.
That's 7 successes.
Wow, Tark's on fire. So as Tark runs his hands through it, you start seeing sparks. Margot has 5. Then you hear capacitors bust. You hear batteries, because they have batteries inside of them. because she's using decay, they crack and spill the acid on the boards because it's like they aged a very long time. And that's what happens when batteries do that. Servers start oxidizing. The board turns brittle.
Oh, this hurts me.
I'm hoping.
And between the two of y'all, bad things are now happening. These servers are a wreck. And as soon as you get done, all the lights go out for a split second. And then they come back on dimmer.
I know I said I wouldn't do it again, but oops.
Oops.
No, I'm hoping that when I got to say one of the file servers, you heard that distinctive ding. As
The blue smoke has been let out.
Yeah, the blue smoke has come out.
Mhm.
Next stop.
Downstairs.
That's can one of us poke our heads down through the floor to see what the lay of the
I
land
got you.
is?
Yeah,
I'll
yeah,
let you
I got
try. Let's go, because this is a weird thing, because normally you've just been throwing yourself. Let's go with, trying to think of how we do this. Let's go, stamina plus, actually, no, let's just go straight willpower. Your permanent willpower.
As the resident head poker through walls thing, I can do it if you'd like.
Whichever.
Yep, straight willpower, target 6.
Six successes.
You poke your head down. Floor's rather thick. You had to poke more like 3/4 of your torso down to get through the floor to the next level. You stick your head in. There's a room. There's some cryo tanks. And there's a guy in the room beating on a keyboard. Right in front of him. I mean, he is furiously typing on that keyboard. Sounds like the keyboard owes him money.
I'm like, with one arm, head down, one arm up, I'm like pointing one guy. I'm like trying to make like keyboard figures.
I'll drop down.
Okay, and I'll follow too. I will go down.
This is it, Tark. This is it. We can fucking murder them. Come on. Come on. Take them out.
I finished the swan dive.
You gonna help me?
You drop down.
You
into
have all the
room,
help you need, baby.
And you're looking. There's a glass room right next to you where cryo tanks are. And as soon as you land in the room, you hear one last on the keyboard. And then you see what appears to be a halon system kicking in the cryo room. And then you hear whoosh. As the room you're standing in, fire starts to creep up all the walls around you.
Well, at least you don't have to raw Shrek.
Shit.
Okay.
Two of the cryo tubes, by the way, are red lit inside.
Mm-hmm.
Red lit. How many are
There's
there
6.
altogether?
There's 6 down there. 2 of them are red, 4 are green.
Okay.
And his skill is line of sight, right?
Can you give me some basic description of the apparatus? That's
They're clear glass tubes. They got almost like the sci-fi movies where you see them it's half clear on top. It's got a frost kind of to the glass. There's all kinds of tubes running into it. Some appear to be some sort of, something that pushes cold liquid of some kind, but there's a number of things that aren't liquid going through it as well. And one of them definitely looks like blood replacement being pumped in.
okay. I'm going to claim the shell on the cryo system.
Okay. Now, for the rest of you, the room is on fire.
Oh, Alexis is
Hey.
walking right up to the guy at the computer.
Make it hurt, Tark. Fuck him up. Make it hurt so fucking badly. Make him suffer.
There's
That's
something
the plan.
off with the life glow on this guy on the computer. It's sickly. But not a disease. It's a different kind of sickly. I will let perception, empathy, and if you have life web powers, or somebody has the life site they like to use, they can add their bonus dice for that. Difficulty 6.
Perception, empathy, you said?
Yes.
Awesome.
5. Nice.
Oh, wow. Difficulty 6.
Yep.
I rolled 7 dice and got a 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 6, 9.
Wow.
All right, it's a 7 successes.
1. What does Isaac at? 7.
Ooh.
So everybody but the 1, huh? What he's doing, what he just did at the computer was not of his own free will. There's a part of him that's screaming not to do what he's been doing by entering this command into this, because he knows he just set himself to burn with you all.
I'll put him out of his misery.
Fuck.
And that's going to be statue.
Yep. Go ahead.
Seven successes.
He doesn't, after he typed this in, he sits there and just stares at the screen. Doesn't move as you manifest and kill him. Again. Now we must deal with another part. Tart, what did you roll for your attempt to get into it? Have you rolled yet?
I have not rolled yet.
Okay. You are going to do claim the shell.
Right.
And the fires are building up, everybody. So depending on how long it takes, he's got 4 of these to do. You're going to 3 pathos, strength plus inhabit. Now, the nice thing is once you're in one, you can use wire rider to move from one to the other, so that you're not having to. Once you start the wire rider, you can jump, but you got to get in it at first. Your target now has become 3.
Can he move into the room to be away from the fire?
He is already in the room.
Oh, okay. He's already in the room.
He's in the machine.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, now I'm rolling my strength and habit, which
Difficulty
is 8,
3.
Which is 8. I'd also like to use my shadow dice.
If your shadow offers.
You got him. All of them.
Oh, lots of dice.
Yeah, this is a lot. 3, right?
5 from me.
Yeah. Difficulty's 3. The shroud is barely there in this room. It's odd.
That's a total of 10.
Nice.
That's enough. You could literally take over the space shuttle
Oh my.
in flight.
Okay.
So you're in it and you can feel it. This is some complicated, in all your years as an engineer, you never thought this level of technology was possible. And there's parts in here that even inside it, you can't identify what the purposes of them are, why they're doing what they're doing. But it's obvious working because they're alive in this. At a sub-zero temp, their blood should be frozen, but it's not. It's still being pumped through with a blood replacement of some kind. This is not right. This shouldn't be possible, but it is.
Okay, I'm going to look for the the pressure regulators and just let the full pressure through.
Okay, and as you're doing that, the Ford tank, suddenly you see 4 people standing in front of them. The rest of the circle does as they advance on you all.
I take out the gun and start firing.
Okay. Now you actually, because they're on this side, the bullets will go right through the Skinlands walls because they are Shadowlands creatures. Now,
Earplugs.
I put it in my earplugs.
Okay, so that's going to slow you a little bit. We're going to let Tark immediately, since Tark was in it as they manifested, one of them takes 2 steps and you see his silver cord disappear.
Pop them like bugs.
As the guy just falls over and then fades.
Perfect.
And that cryo tank now says is red as Tark has killed one.
Okay, so I'm going for the pressure regulators on all of them.
Each one has its own pressure regulator. You're having to pop each one individually. They're designed to be independent, but you still link together. So it's not hard for you to jump to one. So we'll let everyone else deal with the other 3. Let's see. Alexis is shooting. Isaac, what are you doing?
I'm going to put in my earplugs and shoot.
Okay. Because you have the drop on them because they were forming. Noah, what were you doing? You're keening. Aurora.
I'll lash forward and attempt to just rip their corpus apart.
Okay. And Margot, what are you doing?
Earplugs are going in, and I am going to actually going to attack with my whip, but it's going to be even trickier because I'm going to use, I think it's called Death's Touch from the Outrage set.
Okay. Now, first of all, everybody here take one lethal wound. Except Tark.
Fire.
He's in the suppressed room.
Once we get these guys clear, move into the room.
Yeah.
And now, Isaac, how many successes do you have? You're doing Dex.
Oh, sorry, I did not roll.
Dex
I'm
firearms,
sorry.
target 6. If you're doing a melee attack, you're going to do strength, or actually Dex melee, or Dex brawl, target 6. That's how you can determine what you're using. 4, 1. Okay. So for Isaac, you roll 2 dice, target 6. Alexis, how many did you get? 4. Alexis gets to roll 9 dice again. 1. Okay.
I'll use a point of willpower as well.
I'm going right around the table as we're doing. We'll get to you in a second, Aurora, as we walk around. It's easier this way to just work it around the table. Wow. Yeah, he has no hope of soaking that. She fires off another 2 rounds, slam into this thing, into one of these people, and they immediately scream again.
She lines up her next shot.
And these 2 start boring into him, and he is, you literally see this ghostly version of him that was on your side just come apart in tatters, leaving 2 black wiggly things on the ground where he used to be. Noah, your power. Keening?
I'm going to use Requiem.
Okay.
Hoping everyone has their earplugs in.
Okay, 3 Pathos.
Yep.
You're going to roll Charisma plus Keening, difficulty 7. And I will say, actually, he doesn't get to resist against it, so... Because they weren't expecting that.
Sorry, what was it again? I apologize.
Charisma plus Keening, difficulty 7.
Five successes.
5 successes. You actually, because of how strong that was, you actually caused him to have brain damage from the strength of it.
Yeah, you just hear, take on me.
That will cause brain
Take
damage.
Me on.
Yep, that causes brain damage.
Brain damage.
And you see,
Or 2.
actually, one's down. There was 2 left. One that got hit by Isaac but didn't get really that injured. Those other 2, their mouth just kind of drops open and they just kind of look dazed. Margot, for you, you're doing Dex plus melee.
Ooh, this is fun. We're having fun.
This is where you find out that short of a specter, it's very difficult for most things to stand against a circle united. It's not fair. Especially when they have penalties. 4. So now you're going to roll. What is your strength?
My strength is 3 now.
You roll 8 dice. Because it does it based on strength, and difficulty is 6 on it. And welcome to Wraith Combat, by the way, where you have to roll 8 million times per attack. this whip that she has, you see her throw it out.
Yeah, just
Literally, you can hear the crack on your side as it passes through this glass and into this form standing there. And unfortunately, it's not aggravated or lethal, but it's pretty fucked up because they don't have much when they're on this side because they're not fully here. And it actually severs the cord. Another one goes red on Tart. Now there's 3 red, 1 up, and we get to Aurora. Aurora, Dex melee for you, difficulty 6 as you charged into the room.
Heal. I will use a willpower on this as well. And let's see. I am rending with my claws.
Okay, I'm pulling it up here. Rend for Moliate. Nice power. Nice power. Love this one. You're going to spend 1 pathos. Your shadow gains an angst.
That's fine.
You're going to do dexterity plus brawl.
Dexterity plus.
Need a hand?
Okay. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go all in.
For as long as you get 1 success, then we're going to roll after that. So see if you get any successes.
Oh, yeah, I got a lot of successes.
Okay, so now you rolled dexterity plus Moliate. Your target number is 5.
Dexterity plus Moliate? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Any ones?
No, actually, on like 11 dice.
So,
Did
yep.
not get a single one. That is actually crazy. I got 3 2s, though.
Dex plus Moliate. Difficulty is 5.
All right, difficulty 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a 10. Do I reroll the 10s on this?
Nope.
Okay,
got
just
4?
5 then.
You see her, these claws she had built. You saw her form on her hand. She lashes into this guy. And she actually tears that ghostly form to pieces. You see bits of it fly off as she claws at it with these monstrous looking things she called hands at this point. And the moment the last cryo tank goes red, you hear a new whoosh sound. As the room they were in bursts into flames with explosive force. Once all 6 were off,
Isaac, get them all out. Get them all out. Get them all out.
and Tart, while you're in there, you're reveling.
We fucking killed them all.
We did. We got them all.
Oh, God. You know, Tark, I think this works out great. It's you, it's me, it's us.
It is. And your help really helped out a lot.
I know. Let's work together a little more intimately.
Okay.
And in the burst of this flames, everyone sees the strangest things start to occur. Tart comes out of these cryogenic tanks. You see him standing there burning with everyone else.
Dark?
But only for a second or two. Then you see a black shroud begin to form at his feet as he is pushed through the walls and away from the building.
Dark?
Oh, shit.
He's gone Spectre.
And I turn it over to Tark's shadow, now in control, so that shadow can say their goodbyes to everybody as they're pushed away from him.
It's great to finally see you all in the flesh. Me and Tark decided we wanted to work together.
Fuck off, give him back.
No, I don't think so. No. He's up here now. He's with me, and I'm with him.
Tark will find you.
No, you won't. No, you won't. But I'll find you. Don't you worry. I'll find you. Oh, fuck. I'm so happy. You fucking morons.
And then the shadow is gone along with Tark as they're pushed through that last wall where you can see him. And at that point, a black call was 3/4 of the way up the body, as Tark is lost to oblivion, but not destroyed. Tark is now the victim in his own head. For the rest of you, you take another lethal damage.
Isaac, get them out.
Getting a little toasty in here.
Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
It's
Get the
Zach.
fuck out.
Stop being a dumbass and get us out of here.
Well,
All the help
me.
I have.
All right. I am going to cast Tempest Rider's Cancelier, and I would like to spend a willpower on that as well.
Okay, let me pull this up so we can see what happens. Tempest Rider, that's a good one. That's one we haven't used yet. When a Wraith invokes Tempest Rider Cancelier, gleaming black metallic wings erupt from their back. They're solid knife edge and lined in cold fire, and they give you maximum flight speed is your speed. But you can mantle over block. Okay.
I'm going to mantle over for armor over them to get them out of the room.
So you're gonna shove them out while you use the wings to block the damage?
Yep. That's the plan.
So you're gonna roll 2 pathos, burn a corpus, and wits plus Argos difficulty 7.
Yep.
It's 5
Is anyone
juicy
planning to
shadow
avoid
dice.
getting pushed out of the room?
Yes, Alexis will.
Death
Step
athletics. But your difficulty is much lower.
What the hell just happened? Where's Tark?
Tark ain't Tark anymore, Aurora.
Isaac, what'd you get?
5 successes and 2 1s on shadow dice.
Which also cancels out. So you had 3 successes.
Oh no, I already can't. I already
Okay,
canceled
so
out.
5
Sorry.
versus 2.
So, yeah.
So everyone sees the oddest things. Gleaming black metallic wings come from the back of Isaac as he jumps over and shoves everyone out of the flaming section there. The problem is, as he does this, Alexis slips away into the fire, deeper.
Alexis, wait.
Isaac,
What?
you're going because you did this. You take another lethal wound. But the rest of you are shoved out, minus Tark, who's no longer here.
And Alexis?
And Alexis, who is standing deeper in the fire. Alexis, you take 2 more wounds. And I will let, real quick, if any shadows wish to speak about what's going on, because both Alexis and Isaac are in a hell of a lot of pain.
Let's go. Forget about them. I mean, if they'll get out on their own if they can.
I don't want him to die.
The hell?
Go.
Zach, what have you done?
I wanted to get him out. I did it.
But what about us?
I've got to get Alexis out, and then we've got to get them out of the building.
Leave, Isaac.
And the flames don't hurt anymore, Alexis. They lap at your feet. And Isaac, you can see clearly as you're burning and hurting that the flames go from burning her to being slightly pushed away. There's a glow coming from her feet that wasn't there a second ago.
I've done everything I needed to. They're safer without me.
Take care, Red.
Learn to forgive yourself. Learn to let go.
And this glow spreads. Isaac, you have one last chance to speak as this glow spreads through her.
Isaac is going to turn away and move out towards where everyone else has been shoved to try and get him out of the building.
And using these wings as a shield, you can feel it burning you, give you another lethal. Pretty sure that didn't kill you.
No, not yet.
But it shields from the heat. But as one last glance, you look back at Alexis, and she's got a look of peace and tranquility on her face as she's covered in this glow. of gold. And then she fades, not like you saw when someone was killed by a specter, not like when someone became a specter. A different kind of a fading. Almost like she's achieved something important, almost mythical. And
You see, Isaac.
we're going to flash for one more scene as Noah, Aurora, Isaac, and Margot gather at the studio in the aftermath of this event.
What do you mean she just wanted to stay, Isaac?
Just look, trust me, she had another way out. She's better off. It's good. It's good. Just let it go now.
What other way out? Is she in oblivion now?
I don't know the answer to that. I just look, of all
We
of
do.
us,
Yeah, we do.
she,
This was her plan from the beginning. We just didn't want to see it.
God damn that redhead.
And Tark.
Tark. We knew something was fucking off.
It's always the quiet ones, isn't it?
Fuck.
Don't you know what's going on?
I didn't think it cost
There has to be a
other
way we
people.
can.
I don't know.
Look at all the crazy shit we can do. There has to be a way we can get them back.
The only thing I want to focus now is getting out of this. Getting away from this. I did what I needed to do. I'm protecting my family. And I gotta get back to him.
You're leaving?
What? After everything?
There's a few things I've been studying. And it might be possible to stay on the other side.
Talking about skin writing again.
No, not that. This is more permanent.
do you think you'll be safe? I mean,
No, I don't. But I made a promise. And I have to keep myself to it. Even if it hurts, even if it's hard, even if it takes every last bit of willpower and ability I have,
And you have me by your side.
I got you. For better
you do,
and for
Aurora.
worse.
I will stay. I promise you, as long as I'm able, I watch over and protect you.
And if I manage it, I don't know that I'll be able to return.
I don't want you to. If you can find a way to get out of this, but we're going to have to keep, they may not have got the information out, but they know who we are. And when you appear back in the real world, maybe
There's
I
gonna
can
be
do
some
something
issues.
right.
Aurora, this seems like you're being set up here. Hey, you know what they say, be careful what you wish for. This is the ultimate wish. There's going to be consequences if what you say is true.
It might be, yeah. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know how it works. And I'll stay with you as long as I can, but once I get that ability, once I get that down, I gotta go. I have to take that risk, even if it's just to hold her hand one last time.
And as this chronicle comes to a conclusion, we have Tark lost to his own darkness because the signs were there. Him and his shadow were too close, too alike. Alexis, realizing the key to saving everything is her own destruction. Noah, on a one-man mission now, perhaps with the help of friends. Though he may have been able to clear his name, he still has a goal. He never did take down Pentex itself. Isaac, wrapped in guilt. But somehow, once again, the survivor, who outlasts those he cares about, forced to keep going. And Margot, still denied her Nat, but she actually managed to make things better for her family. And I suspect Margot helped Noah on his quest at this point, because Pentex killed her too. And I would like to thank the players and the viewers for this wonderful game we've been playing. Obviously, the Chronicle has come to an end. And there are reasons for that. And if you want to know what they are, catch up on the Q&A next week, because I will talk in some detail about that. But I will say it is not anything to do with the players. It is not a bunch of drama behind the scenes. We all love each other. But I decided the Chronicle's coming to an end, and I can explain my reasons why then. So obviously there is no viewer XP for this episode, but give everyone some XP, because this was a tough one at the start. The ending was tough. Poor Tart lost him, you know? And if you like what we're doing, please give us a subscribe, give us a follow. If you're on YouTube, subscribes are free there. Bits and donations go to the players. Give this amazing cast, show them some love, please, because this is one of the toughest games I've ever had to run, and one of the toughest games I've ever watched played. Emotionally, it is vicious, and it's stressful. So I thank you all for that. Please check out our friends. I'm kind of down at the moment now.
Aww.
So I'm going to turn it over to my wife on my own birthday so she can do the schedule, because I don't want to tear up, because I tear up at the end of every Chronicle. That's just the way I am. So,
and you can wish Shanky a happy belated birthday when this airs, because we actually recorded this on his birthday, March 25th, and it's going to air on the 31st, which is today.
Yep. Nothing like on my birthday, the whole first half of the episode, ripping my heart out repeatedly with players saying goodbye.
Yeah.
And in the second half of the episode, ripping my heart out some more
with
on my birthday.
Players saying goodbye. All right. So for this upcoming week on Saturday, we have Ishbel at 3 p.m. Eastern. Also, that's going to be on Saturday, April 3rd. That is also House's birthday.
Happy birthday.
Then on Sunday, the 4th of April, that is Easter, but we do have Windy City After Dark, Season 2, Episode 7 at 5 p.m. Eastern. And I'm going to tell you, after things that went down in Episode 6,
Yeah.
Then on Monday, the 5th of April, Tamshu, because he's a glutton for punishment and likes to stream all the games all the freaking time, is doing a Weird West stream on Onyx Pass. So Tam, tell us about this game.
It is set in 1899 and in a gold mining town that has kind of gone bust, and they have aliens.
And what system are you doing?
This is going to be Chronicles of Darkness, Dark Eras 2.
Nice. That's going to be on Onyx Path's Twitch channel at 8 p.m. Eastern on Monday, the 5th of April, starting up then. So we will be hosting it here on McStabber Studios, and you can easily click one button to go right there and watch it live on Onyx Path when that streams if you land on our channel.
And if you're on our Discord, you'll get a notice when it goes live, so you'll know to go and pop over there because we announced that.
Absolutely. And then Tam, she'll be back here on McStabber Studios on the 6th with Haunted Chronicles Black Death Chronicle with Season 3, Episode 9 at 8 p.m. Eastern. That is also on the 6th is Lifesaber's birthday, she is in Haunted Chronicles, and she is also in Windy City After Dark as the Tosferatu.
The Ratty Rose. Yep, our Ratty Rose.
And then, Shanky, when are we doing our Q&A? We looking at Thursday?
If the players are available, it'll be next Thursday.
Okay.
I am not available at all Wednesday because work.
Yeah.
But expect, if we do it Thursday, because we record Thursdays, I'm pretty sure people are available. 8 p.m. for it to start. Expect an hour and a half. I don't want it to run super long. So about an hour and a half. So bring your questions.
Because we'll be doing that live, of course. We will all be, the cast will all be there as many of us as can be. We don't know if there's any conflicts or anything yet. So we're going to discuss that after this session. But we will have that at 8 p.m. Eastern on Thursday the 8th.
And bring your questions.
And bring your questions. Absolutely.
Find out why it's ended. Find out what
why we chose the endings we did.
Right. What each player sees going future. We know what happened with Alexis and Tark. You might be able to hear why that's what happened with their characters. And for the rest of them, I'm going to give one hint. Aurora did find her risen eventually. And I think it turned to ashes in her mouth when she got it. But that is the way of World of Darkness. There's no happy endings. Even Alexis's wasn't that happy.
No.
Though she may have transcended. To do it, she had to lose everything.
She had to lose everything and let go of everything.
So, in the words of Chops, please, mental health is no joke. It's no laughing matter. Take it seriously. Check in on your friends. Check in on your family. Please check in on loved ones. Make sure they're okay. It's a bad time. And as you can see by playing Wraith, an emotional game like this, we're defined by our emotions and we're defined by the connections we have. So please, if you have issues with mental health and you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody. Doesn't matter who, just reach out and get the help you need because we can't bear it alone. Even this circle of wraiths that no one is quite a good person in a world of darkness, even they couldn't do it alone. So on behalf of this amazing cast, and it's been an honor to be your storyteller. It's been an honor to play. I'm finally can say I've ran Wraith and I loved it, but
and thank you again
thank you to the viewers,
to all you viewers for tuning in for our ghost story. We have had a blast creating this. It was a labor of love, really.
And I know it's a shock.
And we absolutely loved it. And we are so glad that so many of you enjoyed it as well.
And I know you all are shocked at it like this, but try not, I'd like to say try not to spoil it too much, but we know better. It's going to get spoiled in the necropolis after this. That's what happens when people don't watch live.
Yeah.
Because in this case, this is one of those, watching it live was the only way.
It was the only way to know.
On my 46th birthday, I say thank you. And good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Well. So, we speak one last time. It's your boy, Twitch. I think my role as your spirit guide has come to an end. Time for me to move on to other interesting subjects. It was an emotional story, everyone. One that in some ways, even I, as cold and dead as I am, will miss. We lost Tark to becoming a specter. Alexis somehow achieving something that is almost a myth. One of the true unknowns in the realm of the dead. What happens when you transcend death? As for the rest, they're once again left behind to soldier on, try to protect what's important to them. Or in the case of Isaac, punish himself for what he's done. But don't worry. Maybe in one dark night, you'll hear some odd music, catch a mood that changes how you feel, and you'll think of Noah. Or you'll hear a whisper that couldn't have come. Think of Margot. You'll hear somebody called Dave. From now on, you'll think Isaac. And as for Aurora, well, let's just say my blood says she'll be back on our side. Though life has arisen is not what it was like as a quick, not a pleasant experience. This is your boy's Twitch final broadcast as your spirit guide. I will see you another time. Good night, everybody.